So global grain markets can be quite volatile. So we think it's very important that people understand what are the factors which drive the market, what causes the price to go up $50 or down $50. Because by understanding these market moves, they might not come as much of a surprise as they normally do. A couple of those drivers are quite the obvious ones, things like the weather. When we have poor weather, we have a bad crop, and so prices rise. Conversely, if we have a big crop, because the weather's been good, we have lower prices. So these are some of the factors. But it really comes down to things like supply and demand. Demand, we tend to find, is quite linear. It increases over time, but there's only so many mouths in the world to feed, so it tends to be quite steady and just increasing by about 2% per year. The really important one is supply. That's the one that drives the volatility, because what we have is we have periods when the market goes up and it goes down, and it's largely caused by supply imbalances. So this is where, for instance, if we have an issue in Russia and their crop goes down south and it has an issue, or they have a drought, then that factor means there's going to be less supply on the market. Demand stays the same roughly, but there's an imbalance, and so the supply falling causes the price to rise. So supply and demand are the big driver. What we've found in recent years, especially probably in the last 4 years, is an increasing political issues with grains. So we've seen things such as the trade war between China and the United States, the issues with China and Australia with barley, issues with policies into the subcontinent, and then also things like export tariffs on wheat out of Russia. And so these are factors which used to be unusual, but they're happening more and more often. And so these are a number of the factors which really drive our prices. And being aware of what happens in the market, we're not talking about spending hours and hours looking at markets, just keeping bite-sized information on the market that you regularly maintain yourself will better equip you as a farmer to actually make more strategic decisions, and I guess not be so surprised when the market rises rapidly or falls. So it's all about being more informed and using the information that is out there.